can you get this leash off of me, bro? Like, it's gonna be weird if in the reactive video I have a leash on me. Doctor versus firefighter, never have I ever.
Never have I ever. We've done it with a fellow doctor, but this time I'm joined by a firefighter. Baby,
Bald.
ready?
Let's do it.
Boom.
Well,
Never have I ever removed anything strange from a person's body.
You don't understand what I pulled out of my patient the other day.
I've done a little bit of pulling out myself. Pause for laugh. There we go.
So good thing in my field is anything that goes in the body stays in the body. We're not even allowed to take things out of people.
Really?
Yeah, if you're in the field.
Just in case.
In my
they're-
field,
Yeah,
I
we-
take stuff out of
ran on
bodies
guys
all the
with,
time.
3-foot lightning rods sticking out of their back. They felt
What's a lightning rod?
Holy
Like that,
forbidden
that's-
butt plug. This one goes, you know, in, and then these parts tickle the, that'd probably hurt.
Yeah, we cut it, bring them to the hospital. They do a quick x-ray. They're like, good, pull it out. Didn't even touch anything.
Wow, that's so scary.
Never have I ever been physically scarred on the job.
I was burned on my knuckles really bad from a fire.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've been physically scarred on the job. You guys scar me all the time mentally with some of the shit that you say in chat. Every time someone calls me a femboy or tells me to do the evil laugh, it makes me a little insane. And one day I'm just gonna go completely insane like the Joker and just start destroying each and every one of you.
We were fighting a shed fire, a bunch of gas and stuff inside of there, super hot. We came out and I had second-degree burns on my knuckles.
Wow. Do you see this on my hand?
Yeah.
I fell on a train set when I was like 5 before coming to America.
Hello, Ocean.
And it penetrated.
What kind of train set was this, bro?
Someone said penetrated.
Never have I ever dated a patient.
No.
I don't refuse to even date coworkers.
Yeah.
Let alone patients. Patient would be the worst.
It wouldn't be that bad.
Fire was
Dating
in
a
the
patient?
middle.
I think dating a patient as a doctor would be kind of weird. Okay, a coworker, I think a coworker is like worse than a patient, but it still would be kind of weird. It's kind of like me dating a fan. I would never do that. I would never date a fan. Have sex with a fan? I'm just kidding. Hold hands with a fan? Have sex with a fan? Do butt stuff with a fan? Maybe. IMO patient is worse than coworker because at least you see and interact with the coworker almost every day. I think coworker is worse than a patient. I mean, I think dating a patient is, I think both dating a patient and a coworker is kind of like weird, you know? I feel like both are kind of uncomfortable. If I had to, though, if I had to choose between dating a patient and a coworker, I would choose patient because coworker, you see them every day. Can you imagine if you break up with them? Fuck. And also, like, I think both are kind of bad, though.
Is there any kind of dumb guy question some kind of goggle you could put on that allows you to see through the smoke?
We do have thermal imaging cameras. So we carry around thermal imaging cameras.
Which
so
allow you to see a door if it's hot or
No,
something.
we can see through the smoke with that.
Oh,
yeah, we
you
can
can.
see that,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
But it's just not built into our masks.
When you're on your first night shift or one of very few first night shift, as a resident and you're the senior, everyone admitted into the hospital, with the exception of the ICU, is under your care. And it's just you and your junior resident who doesn't know much, who's just there basically helping you out.
Bro, being a doctor is so hard. Holy shit. Can you imagine being in a hospital and like every patient is your responsibility basically? A hospital doctor especially. God damn. But they make hella money though.
That's why we have emotional support animals in the hospital.
Yeah.
Not for the
Cute.
patients, for us.
I love animals.
Never have I ever seriously considered quitting my job.
There was a time where I was stuck at a station with a crew that I did not like. The calls we were running 19, 20 calls a shift, just getting blasted. I wasn't getting no sleep, and then.
Why, you drank on the job?
No, I didn't drink on the job.
You said you're getting
no
blasted.
Oh, sorry, maybe that's different. Some people.
Bad colleagues
won't be
can
able to
ruin a
empathize,
fun
you'll be
job.
able to sympathize.
That's true. Honestly, you know what's funny? It's funny that you mentioned that. Bad colleagues can ruin a fun job. That actually applies to VTubing too. Because what you guys might not realize is when VTubers collab, that is literally like people at work. It's literally like a work colleague. VTubers are all basically coworkers, okay? So when VTubers collab, that's basically like collaborating with a work colleague. And sometimes like it's really easy to tell if you're someone who watches a VTuber, especially if you watch a VTuber constantly, but it is so easy to tell if your VTuber that you're watching is in a collab that they don't like. Because it's so easy to tell. They'll go quiet, they won't be like as loud or like, you know what I mean? Like it's so easy to tell when you're watching a VTuber who's not in a fun collab, or like they're in a collab where they're like overstimulated or something. It happens to me a lot. Usually like if they go quiet or whatever, or they're just not like themselves, that usually means they're in a situation where they're just not comfortable. And it's not necessarily always someone's fault, you know? It's just sometimes like people are just like, sometimes you just don't mesh well with another person, like personalities clash. Would you say that's the collabs you didn't like is the ones with a lot of people? Yeah, I would say my least favorite collabs that I've been in. There's two types of collabs that I've been in that are probably my least favorite is number one is big collabs with a lot of people. Those are not fun for me because there's so many voices going on and it's just like overstimulating for me. The other types of collab I don't like is I've been in collabs in the past with people that I've never met with before. And you know how some people are like, again, this is not no hate to them. I'm not even talking shit. This is just like a personality type that I don't mesh well with. But have you ever seen those people who they really want to be as entertaining as they can? So to them in their mind is loud equals funny. So they just are yelling all the time. They're just trying to be the loudest person in the collab to try and be the most entertaining. That type of personality is super, super difficult for me to mesh well with. I don't even remember the last time I was in a collab like this, so this is not about anyone specific. Do you guys think anyone's tried to get freaky with a water hose? Can you imagine someone lets off the water hose, it's like high pressure water, and they just put their gooch on it and just let it rip? I'm willing to bet money someone has done it.
Never have I ever been blamed for something that wasn't my fault.
Oh, I got a really good one. When you're a med student, a lot of times you're sent into the exam rooms, especially in the ER, to.
I'm a nurse. I've seen some things. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, nurses, I feel like the funnest stories can come from nurses. Every time I've talked to a nurse or like anyone who knows a nurse, they're like, yeah, I've heard some stories. Nurses have tea.
Patient and then present to the junior resident who then interviews the patient, presents to the senior. And then when the resident would go in, they would tell a different story. And the resident would be like, bro, like you shouldn't lie about what you asked. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I wanted to take the person and be like, tell them the truth. I asked you this question. I don't know if they misremember or they feel something different or they perceive the question differently, but it happens all the time.
No, that happens to us. When
Really?
When we're dropping off patients, yeah. We'll say, no medical history. I don't take any meds. All right, cool. We'll drop them off at the hospital, and they'll just start listing things off, and the doctor's like, "What are you doing, man?"
Yeah.
I swear to God, they're lying.
Never have I ever worked a 12-hour shift without food.
Oh.
So I definitely have.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Bye,
I've
fan.
gone 18, right? I'm sure you have too.
Yeah, I've definitely gone long periods of time where I'm not eating. When we go to these the hospitals, they're cool. They have EMS rooms, so they'll have little snacks.
Yeah.
Have you guys done that? Have you guys ever worked for 12 hours without food? I don't know if I have. I feel like I've at least gotten a snack in. I did it many times. That has to be miserable, no?
Never have I ever yelled at a coworker like Dr. Robbie on The Pit.
We were arguing about something that happened on a call. Neither of us were very happy about it, and once I start rolling, I become
Ow,
quite passionate.
my ear
A little
hurts.
passion is good. I got into an argument with one of my nurses. She's been on this channel. She's awesome. Her name is Nurse Ginny. She's been a nurse for 175 years. I was saying that the patient had chest pain and needed an EKG, and was like, the patient has no chest pain. I'm not ordering an EKG. Leave me alone. I'm busy. And I was getting really mad. I said, you don't understand why I need an EKG. I need an EKG. She's like, you're always bossing me around. I'm not getting an EKG. You don't need an EKG. There's no chest pain.
Never have I ever thought a coworker should be
I like the
fired.
cotton candy one too. I want a coworker fired. How do I get a VTuber fired? Oh wait, that's just getting canceled. A lot of my coworkers have been fired then. I've been fired like 3 times now. You know why I'm still here though? I've been fucking the boss, John Vtuber.
I was working for an ambulance company, and the supervisor decided he could control the overtime and when people could get it or not. So this girl comes in. She says she wants the overtime or wants to be on a specific truck. And he says, okay, here's my phone. You go in the bathroom and figure out what you want to do with this phone. And if the pictures are right, then I'll give you that.
What?
Yeah.
Does this mean that guy gave this girl his phone to go take nudes on his phone of her? Is that what that meant? That's crazy. I don't understand the guys who like if you are a guy, right? Not even just a guy, anyone. If you are someone who is horny, right? You're foaming down there like you're a rabid animal, okay? And you just want to see someone naked, and it's just like it's not a love thing. Why not just go watch porn? Just go look at people. There are millions of nude pictures online you can look at for free. Why like risk shit? What the hell's wrong with people? Guys, can I tell you something now that the video is over? This guy, you know who I was thinking of the whole time while I was looking at him? Do you guys know the Patrick Star voice actor from SpongeBob? Doesn't he kind of look like him a little bit? No. I mean, he's older. Patrick Star voice actor is older, but when he probably looked, he kind of looks like him. All right, well, that was the reaction I had to do. My manager told me to do that, so. Some booty holes you gotta eat. Some booty holes you got a finger.